Hey everybody, I hope everybody had a good spring break. Mine was all right. I hope everybody's safe in this time. Uh, Most of you have been doing your work, or a few of you that still need to do some work. So if you're one of those few that needs to get to work, this is going to be pretty much from everything coming from the state, a pass or fail type of situation. Promise you do the work, you'll pass, you'll do fine, and we'll just leave it at that. Um, Over the next few weeks, we're going to be doing things like what we're going to see here today, along with other things. Try to do a little bit of face-to-face time. Problem I'm having there though is my mics aren't quite working right with my video camera, and so it's either I can do one or the other. If I do both, then there's this outstanding amount of reverb, and I just can't take it. It'll be way too loud on your phone or whatever you're watching it on, and you'll just want to mute me. So we'll leave it at that. And speaking of that, the videos will be no longer than 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is just basically go through here, review the notes, talk about them. And we were told that you guys are only supposed to get around 3 to 4 hours of work a day. And if I do a 15-minute video and your other three teachers do a 15-minute video, that's an hour every time, all right, right there. Just watching these videos, learning about the notes, learning about what's going on, and so that leaves you a little bit of time to do the other stuff. And I know a lot of you are having to take on some other things as well. Some of you still having to work, all kinds of different things. So that will be the extent of these videos. I hope to have them every day, but let's be honest, that might not be entirely realistic. So we need to go over a couple things that we need to continue doing. First off, going to reiterate if I haven't already. If you haven't done the work, let's get to it. The review test, probably going to have to extend some of them. The World War II test, need some people to do that still. There's many ways to submit that. You can submit it through the Dropbox in the submission tab, or you can just send it to me in a message, or you can send it to me in an email. Another thing also with the messages, or if you're going to do it through the Dropbox, through the submission thing, you can always write your answers on a piece of paper, and as you're writing them down, just take your cell phone out, take a picture of it, and submit it that way. Uh, I've had pretty good luck with getting those. There have been a few people that I've had some trouble with, and I'm trying to contact them, trying to say, hey, your screenshots aren't working. So screenshots might not work. You want to actually take that camera out and snap a picture of it and then upload it. So that's the best way to do that if you need to do that for anything. All right, speaking of review tests, I know we've had the progressive one up there. Continue to work on that if you have not. We're going to have a lot of review tests coming up. And the purpose of that is to kind of get you in a flow of doing these tests, review them as we go along. We've done several sections. And the good thing about these review tests, I'm going to give everybody 3 attempts to try to make the highest grade they can. These tests will always be multiple choice. Matter of fact, all tests going forward will be multiple choice. I know a lot of people are happy about that. It's going to be so much easier on me, you. We don't have the logistics of trying to do the test the way we were doing them. The next thing I'd like to talk about is that we are going to have a journal assignment. This is historically an unknown event. Uh, I cannot think of one time in American history where things shut down the way they have. Yeah, we may have rationed things in World War II and World War I. We may have all come together, carpooled, and did all that kind of stuff, but the social distancing, uh, there's been nothing close to it. Even the Spanish influenza back in 1918 wasn't this crazy, and you had over 600,000 Americans die in that time, and things went on as normal. If you got sick, you got sick. Today, we've got better chances of fighting this. So what I'm going to want you to do is write down a journal entry every single day for at least 4 days a week. Now, these journal entries only have to be a paragraph long, and you can submit them. I've got it set for Friday, but I'm going to change that to Sunday. That way, it gives you an extra 2 days to play with. So, I want you to write about what's going on, what you went through. This way, if you want to share it later on with future generations, you can. So, do this by the same way that we've been talking about doing the other assignments. Submission through the Dropbox. Sending in a message if you have to. Email it. Just make sure you get it to me. We'll do this every week for as long as we're out, which is looking like the rest of the year. And so, by doing that every week, it's a test grade. Easy test grade. Every single week. Also, a few things coming down from our governor, the president. There's going to be no state tests this year. It's going to be impossible to do it. If we try to do it, we would increase the rate of infection. We would also, it'd just be a catastrophe. You guys come to school, you catch it, you take it home, somebody gets sick in your family that might have a compromised immune system. We don't want that. So we'll test online for your final, and I'll be able to make the test. I promise you it won't be entirely difficult. It'll all be multiple choice. And you'll also get one chance of doing that. Now, the good thing is through Schoology, say something messes up in the middle of your final. Well, you can always resume the test. So that's why you're only going to get one chance. So make sure on that final, whenever we do it, you're happy with it before you submit it. Just don't go in there and click answers, because that's not going to be a good thing for you, especially when it's a teacher-made test. And I'll have review questions and stuff like that. It will be nothing you haven't seen. So don't stress about that at all. Also, I'm sure you've heard about prom. I know I have one senior also. We're not sure about graduation. So, like I said, unheard of. A lot of places are going to be shutting down starting on Monday, 5 p.m. Now, the good thing is we can still get out of the house. We just can't be in large gatherings. So that's a good thing. If you want to go play some golf, go fishing, just go outdoors. By all means, do so. Try to stay away from places where large crowds are, so we can decrease the rate of infection and help our fellow Americans out. That's the main point of American history, is making sure that you're being a good, productive citizen. And I'm going to be honest with you, there are a lot of people out there that just ignore this, go do whatever they want. That's not a good thing for us right now. The next thing I want to address is the hours that we're going to be pretty much in front of a computer looking at everything. And I'll be around enough because I've got a cell phone. So if you need to send me a message at, let's say, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, by all means do so. I might not get to you right away, but between the hours of 9 to 10, I should be able to get to you pretty quick. That's for everybody in social studies. So 9 to 10, you need to reach me. I'll be able to respond just like that. No problem. I'll go ahead over with your other classes as well. If you're in English class, if you need to get up with your teacher, they're supposed to be there monitoring this stuff from 10 to 11. Whether you need to text, well, you can't text, but send them a message. If you need to maybe email them, do whatever. If you're in a math class, that time is 11 to 12. With science, they're giving them a little bit of a break there. It's going to be 12:30 to 1:30. And any CTE teacher, that's people like Rip with his construction, Mr. Cox with his automotive, Mr. Lovett with ag, that, or anybody like that, or Miss Gherkin with, the nursing stuff. That's going to be between the hours of 1:30 to 2:30. And if you need to get up with any of your arts or PE teachers, they are going to be between the hours of 2:30 to 3:30. So keep that in mind when you're trying to directly contact us and trying to think of, okay, when can I get a quick answer? Keep those times in mind. That will be your best bet going forward. Now, like I said, you can message us other times than that. It might take us a little bit of time to get back to you because we might be doing other things. Uh, those are the hours that we've been told, hey, sit down, expect these people to come talk to you. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what all you other teachers are going to do. And so let's keep that in mind going forward. Also, another easy assignment that I went over and I just said, hey, if you could get on, just type a comment in or enter an answer saying, I can get on through the submission on Dropbox. That's an easy 100. Take advantage of that. So the next section of notes that we're going to go over is the Cold War. I'm pretty much sure you're tired of seeing Joseph Stalin up here with his crazy mustache and weird looking eyes and atomic weapon going off. That's known as Mike. We are going to start that and try to cover the rest of American history too through this section. We're not going to do the notes today. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to upload your notes tomorrow. Allow you to have them. And then, starting probably on Tuesday, you will start to get these videos where I talk about them. If you need any extra context, that's where you need to watch them. The last thing I'd like to talk about is some of us are maybe not getting on, not seeing the messages or the updates. Pay attention to the updates. The updates are there to help you out, help me out, help us all out. I've listed where I've had some trouble getting into contact or getting people to get on. That number has slowly dwindled down, which is a good thing. But I'm probably going to be reposting a new list here in the up and coming days. I'm not sure exactly what's happened there, but we'll try to figure that out. It takes a community to make this work. So, with that being said, pay attention to your updates, pay attention to your notes, pay attention to any assignments coming up because, I'm going to use my document camera over here to upload some things, or I've either got some files. I expect you to read through them, do them, submit them in. We're going to start off a little easy on all this and kind of work our way up with accumulation of the final. Also, one thing for my AP class, you guys have, I don't know if you got lucky or not, but you get the option from what I've been seeing of taking the AP test online for 45 minutes. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. We'll see. I'm sure it's going to be multiple choice. We'll see. Either way, everybody stay safe. No doubt I love you. And if you need any assistance, contact me. Contact me through the messenger. Be the easiest way. Email, another easy way. There's nobody at the school, so it's going to be really hard for you to call up there and say, hey, can I get in touch with so and so? There's nobody there. So use email, use the messenger. If you know somebody who's having trouble contacting me, contact me for them so I could get them their information. It's as simple as us all working together to get this done. I expect everybody to get a good grade, move on, get credit for the course, and prepare to come back to school like we normally would next year. If we come back by the 15th of May, great. But we never know. So right now, let's, moving forward, kind of prepare to do this the rest of the year. Might not come to that. I hope so. It'd be great. But we'll see. This has been an interesting experience trying to do this. And just going to learn from here on out. Again, I love you. Take care. That's a wrap. Mic drop. Taylor out.